So I try to put out content every week because I try to play at least once a week, but it's been a couple of weeks. I wasn't going to tell the story, but a couple of weeks ago, I went to Parks. I love the Friday tournament, and long story short, at some point, I get a tap in the shoulder from security, and they tell me that I'm banned for 48 hours, and I had no idea why. And the security guy was cool. He's just doing his job. He just says, "Oh, they said you've posted pictures of the casino in the past." I tell him, "Look, I have the YouTube channel. Only thing I do is poker room, and it's usually just cards. If anything, I have pictures and of just some of the scenery around the tables. But a lot of the coverage I do is like I replay a couple of hands, interesting hands, and tell a story. So out of respect for them, that I will not post anything about that. I have no idea why they would turn down like a free advertisement. Borgata is great. Not only they let me give me a media pass, so I could actually even tape hands. I could sit there with my camera open, tape every hand, which I've done a few times. It's a bit distracting for me, for my play, but it also keeps me disciplined. But it's a lot. So and I hadn't been to parks in like 4 months. So 48-hour ban meant nothing because I probably wasn't going to go back for a while anyway. Maybe it is a Pennsylvania thing. It's not the casino. It could just be the state regulators requiring something like that, where no one could take any pictures of anyone there. And I usually don't take pictures of people anyway. So last week, I went to the Borgata. I played the mini grind series. There was multiple day ones. The schedule was a little bit weird in the sense that the second day was going to be on Super Bowl Sunday starting at noon. So I played one of the day ones, late afternoon Friday. I made it pretty far. I was actually Bubble Boy. 10 advance, which was going to be 12.5% of the field. It was going to be a bag and move on. And it was a little bit of a frustrating day in the sense that my good cards were not holding up. They were holding up less than 50% of the time. By good cards, I mean ace, kings, queens, kings, jacks, just those super premium hands. They were hitting about 50% of the time. But I had a couple of really triple ups where I really tripped up a lot. So we got down to two tables. I was right around chip average. I had a good stack. Not great, but above average, which was literally maybe 40 big blinds, 30 or 40 big blinds. But the issue was card dead. I tried to stay disciplined, and when I did get cards and I raised, people just folded. Nobody wanted to double me up, so a lot of times I either picked up pots pre-flop, either just the blinds or post-flop. Not a lot more action, or even after when three betting after somebody had raised, like six people left on my table where we're down to like 12, 13 players. They were still full to me. But it was fun. I played as good as I could. There were a couple of hands where I wasn't sure if I played it correctly. One hand in particular, I had ace queen in the small blind. There was a raise. I just moved to the table. I hadn't seen any of the players. Maybe I should have three bet. But I just smooth called and called down all the way. I thought I was good, except the problem was he had six jack off and he was just barreling. I didn't hit anything. I didn't hit the ace. It was king, 3, 5, and then he hit the jack on the river, but there was a flush out there, so there was no betting on the river. But he turns over six jack off and he picked up decent pot. Another hand, I had ace 9 off on the big blind. We were down probably like 14, 15 players at this time. There was a guy that was a little bit of wild, but he also had hands a few times when he had like aces or ace king. he raised me. He was on the cutoff. I wasn't sure. He looked strong, but not. I wasn't sure if it was a bluff or not. So he 3x raised me. I think the blinds might have been 3,000, 6,000, 6,000. He had made it like 16,000. So I put an extra 10K with ace nine. Flop came on king, king three. I checked him. He put out like pot size bet. I don't know if he's bluffing. In retrospect, he could have been, but I'm not going to go to battle with ace nine. Well, at that point, I was getting to be, a little bit shorter. I was around 18 to 20 big blinds after having called. But yeah, so that was it. I'll go over a couple of the, interesting hands I have. So the first one of these interesting hands, this was probably level 9 or 10, yeah, about midway through, the tournament. I'd been oscillating back and forth. Like I said, my good hands weren't winning. So at this point, with starting stack was 30K. I probably had about 23, 24K on my stack. So I get ace king of clubs. There was a limp, and I was in late position. Yeah, somewhere around the cutoff. So I raise, and the big blind calls, and the limper calls, and the flop comes out ace, ace king jack. This was the order it came out in. I hit. Top two. The big blind checks, and the middle guy raises. Actually, this was the flop. And sorry to spoil it, but that's how it was. So he leads out, and top two pair. I'm happy, but I don't like somebody leading out. So I call, and the big blind shoves all in. And he had us both covered. The other guy had about the same as me, maybe a little bit less. He calls all in. I go all in. So all three of us go in. I go over my ace king. The big blind had called with queen 10, and he was there. And then the other guy that was in middle position had flopped a nut flush draw with with the backdoor straight, so any 10 or any spade, he thinks he should be good. So the comes out, both up, they're both drawing dead. Nice, and quite a relief to see it happen right away. The river, the blank card, ace of hearts. This didn't help anybody, and I was able to scoop up a nice triple up, and that set me up pretty good. I end up tripling up another time. I believe I had 10-10. There was a raise and a shove and a call. They both had, ace king and ace queen, so I have to dodge three overs. But the 10 stayed clean, and I was able to scoop up another pot. So with 12 people left, I was down. Like I mentioned, this was like a long bubble play. We were going back and forth. The smallest stacks doubled up a couple of times while we were in hand for hand. So that helped him because whoever won the next hand was gonna be the chip leader. That's how pretty much how it was. There was no one that had a massive stack. So my final hand of the night was the guy, and there was a guy who had been very active. He had raised, and every time he'd raised and I shoved, he'd gone away. So this time he had raised and I'd gone all in, and we end up three-way all in. And guy, that had King Queen of Hearts. Second guy had Ace King of Diamond, King and Jack of Clubs. So my only hope is a club or a Jack. King Queen of Hearts had us both covered, but he didn't have that much more than the Ace King, who was one of the smallest stacks going in, and he was actually the one that when I first moved. 18 players left when I moved to that table. So the board ran clean for the Queen, the Ace King, Ace High wins. The King Queen had an extra out, and that was it. That was it for me. But it was a lot of fun. I feel like I played really, really well, and it was one of the most enjoyable tournaments. And yeah, you don't start with a lot of chips, which 30K is good. And the blind levels for 25 minutes, you would think it'd be turbo, but it was not. The levels went up so slow. Even at level 10, we were still at 800, 1600, which is a very, very good structured tournament. Yeah, and here are some of the highlights of what I taped. I knew somebody had Queen 10, but
Photo it.
yeah,
Photo finish.
it's always nice to triple up. So our first break, I have 40K. We started with 30K. It's been mostly frustrating because my good cards like Jacks and Queens win less than half the time. But I'm getting those cards. You just mostly not winning and losing to crap cards, and people are just calling everything, especially this one guy. So. It's a race. It's a race.
Same hand.
Don't tell me that. Nice hand. Oh, hold up. 2 overs, so it's not going to be easy. Yes.
I win.
Scoop.
20, 25, 26, 30,400.
That's what I thought.
30,000.
Harvey wants to
Yeah, it sounded like she was saying 40, but it was 30. Yeah.
How much tilt are you on?
What's that?
I said, how much tilt? Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
oh,
there's still
it's
3.
insignificant.
You're right, I apologize.
If he was out, he could say whatever he wants,
I
right?
thought he was, yep, my fault.
Not in a tournament.
His chip stack is insignificant, though,
Even if
for
you have
you know,
something tournament, you
Yeah,
for
can
your bet, yeah.
cash game. You can.
You know, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to let them fight it out.
Okay.
You have HP by any chance?
No. He's got it for us.
Yeah, race.
Good luck.
There's a 50-50 right there.
You did not have queen.
You're ahead 54%.
I did not.
It's 50-50, same thing, but it's similar. 54, 46, somewhere in that range. Now you have even more outs.
I had Queen of Hearts.
I can't fucking catch a break for that.
Oof.
This hand.
Jacks are good, Mom.
Eight.
He has 8?
Ace King.
But you got
Ace king, yeah.
I'm taking 21 from you.
Variance is a funny, stupid thing.
21 and 21. Okay.
We're good, or what?
No, then it's this is the side. So this is
Oh, you got the main pocket.
Yep. 80, 84, 5.
84.5. We're 75, 85. So, yeah, get it right.
All right. Thank you.
Latte, beverages, latte,
Shop out.
latte with sugar.
Ace king wins.
61, 5. Gold. 86, 88, 89,500. 87,000.